Okay, so this is going to be for the assignment of Google Maps API with LAMP. I did not turn in the assignment for last week, so that is because I could not figure out how to install the LAMP stack on my machine. So I'm actually going to start with that. Basically what I have here is the Oracle VirtualBox, and in here I downloaded Apache MySQL and PHP packages. Over here, I wrote myself a little manual for the setup. So using basically the terminal over here, I did successfully install all four of these things. I also installed phpMyAdmin and did go through figuring out how to find the IP address and logging into phpMyAdmin, creating a username and password. So the next step was trying to figure out how to host a website using PHP, and the way that I did that is through the terminal. I went into MySQL and created a user. So just because I've already gone through these steps, I just wrote it in the Word document so that you can see it here. And the way that I did that is I used sudo MySQL user root and password, which if I enter this part in to the terminal, it asks for my password and takes me into MySQL, where I was able to create the database testdb, and I created a user Fizza identified by just this as the password and granted all permissions to this user. And then I actually went and logged in as this user, and I created a table test in testdb, the testdb database, and in here I inserted into tests the values hello world. After this, I went back to the terminal, and this is actually still here, kind of my trial and error, trying to figure out how to get this hello world to pop up on this browser over here. So the way that I did that is I switched directories into this one right here. I realized that I need to go into my var file www.html, and in here I created a index.php, I created a hw.php, and this part is my attempt on trying to create the API, so I'll cover that in a second. And I opened up Sublime Text, and in the hw.php file I entered all of this. So the purpose of this is to basically write PHP to read the hello world value that I previously created in MySQL. After I did this and saved all of this, I was able to go into this local host, and as you can see, it does work. So it shows what I wanted it to show. The next step is figuring out how to implement the API, and this is definitely where I am struggling. I understand that how to create an API key, so I did create an account for Google. I went through the steps here and I created an API key. I also tried to create some additional files, and I went into Sublime Text and fixed the index.php with my HTML code. My rationale behind this was going to be to create a database and then have it access this file somehow. But even despite the research, I'm just too confused on how to do this, so I'll stop the video here.